Hello, my name's Kalen Huntress, and today I'm going to tell you about how I lost one Ethereum to a crypto scam. Now, I'm not that smart when it comes to crypto. You could call me a sophomore. And I love this word, sophomore, because it comes from the root of Sophos, which means wisdom, and more, which means fool. And when you combine these two words, you get a specific type of fool, the kind that knows just enough to be dangerous, to make some really big mistakes. And I don't mind these mistakes so much because I see them as tuition. I haven't made any big mistakes like this in crypto before. This is the first real major mistake I've made, and I invested some money over the last 4 years. Not a lot, but it's tripled. And so this loss that I suffered it's less than 10% of my holdings, but it hurts, it bites, and I'm sharing it with you so that you can see the mechanics of a crypto scam and avoid them in the future. So I recorded the process of deciding to participate in this, vetting it, and then going through it. So I'm going to share the screen recordings with you now on this live stream so that you can see what happened. And I'm not going to give you any context at the beginning. I'm just going to jump right in, and I want you to see if you can spot the mistakes that I made. This first video is 6 minutes long. Record on this computer. Here we go. Okay, so I'm looking at an arbitrage opportunity here for Ethereum to Chainlink. I'm going to go from 1 Ethereum into 180 Chainlink using this arbitrage opportunity put in here by Lark Davis. He'd put in a tutorial in this Telegram. Is this legit? Step by step. I followed all these steps, and so now I'm just looking through and seeing, am I going to do this? I'd have to put 1 Ethereum into my MetaMask wallet, use this pool to change that 1 Ethereum into 180 link, and then I'd need to send the link to Binance where I could trade it for Ethereum. And if I sell 180 link, I would get 1.35 Ethereum. And then I would take that Ethereum, put it back in my smart wallet, bring the smart wallet over to this pool, and keep going. They've only done 22 out of 5,000 ETH. So if I continue doing this arbitrage, I'd be getting a 30% profit. And that's what he puts in here, 30% profit. So my questions are, A, what are the gas fees? How much does it cost to move Ethereum into my smart wallet and out of it? Because I know that's going to be expensive. And B, how long is it going to take for Link to be sent from my smart wallet to Binance? Is there a time delay there? I'm looking
Yeah.
at those as the two biggest points of friction. What do you think, Cherie?
This is strictly intuitive and based on the fact that I have grown to trust Lark Davis. And so I'm not concerned about relying on his information, but I think those questions, I'm wondering if you could pose those questions to him.
I don't think I can contribute to this Telegram thread.
No, but you can pose a question to him on either in a response to a tweet or on his YouTube channel.
I sure could. I think, yep, and that would be like doing even more diligent research, is going and asking more questions. But I kind of just want to try it, you know?
Yeah, well, here's the thing, the profit margin is great enough that even if the gas fees are high, I can't imagine them eating it up.
Yeah, he recommended having 0.05 ETH for gas fees, which is 239 right here, right now. And I would see this as a worthwhile risk. But the big question is, what happens if I lose my Ethereum? If I start moving this around and I mess something up in there? So my real risk is the $4,000
Right.
that Ethereum is right now. And if I'm willing to risk $4,000 for a 30% profit, if this does work and there's not like
And
a delay.
especially a 30% profit that you can repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if I do this once and then I have 30% more Ethereum, and I could just sit here and do this for the rest of the day.
Or the rest of the year.
Or the rest of the year, right? I mean, why not just make a little expansive fortune? Wouldn't that be great? Let's try that. I'm going to try this.
Okay, I tell you what, if it eats all your Ethereum, I'll cover you for half because it's my experiment too.
Okay, we'll be doing the bet together, and I'll record what it is. That I'll just kind of screencast myself doing it, and might publish it to YouTube, might not. I don't know. I'm just gonna start doing more screencasts to do step by steps and show.
Well, you noticed something that I hadn't noticed, and that was that how many you were saying that how many Ethereum, what is it? It says there's no limit as to
Yep.
how many times you can do it.
Yep. Yeah, their price right here is 22.78. And this price over here is 30.70. So we'd be buying Link low and then selling it high.
Right. And my other question is, if Chainlink decreases in value, then is the search on for the next coin that you're going to do the same thing with? Because the arbitrage system, I don't believe is coupled with Chainlink. I think it's coupled with some moving it to something that has greater value at the moment.
An arbitrage opportunity is when any of these don't match. Like if you go to
Right.
Coinbase and you buy Link for USD, but it's not $30, it's $60. And it's
Right.
trading on this exchange for $60, but it's trading on Binance for $30, then you can take your coin, buy it here,
Right.
transfer it, sell it there, take your coin, buy it here, transfer it, sell it there. And you just do this loop. And that's what arbitrage does when you find those opportunities. But those opportunities are rare. They're kind of like glitches in the system. And the market
Right.
will eventually equal it out when enough arbitrage happens.
So
Or
when it's working, you want to pump it.
yes, when it's working, you want to pump it. And this might work. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put one
Okay.
ETH in and I'll do a pump and see if it works. And if it does, then I'll just keep doing this today and see how far
Yeah.
it can go.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely
Great.
go for it.
Thanks so
Okay.
much for going through this with me, Cherie. I really appreciate it. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. Stay in touch.
All right. Have fun out there. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So that was the vetting process. Did you see what I did wrong? I'm going to show you the screencast next of me doing this, attempting to do this arbitrage. I've typically stayed away from arbitrage in the past because there's bots out there that can do it a lot faster than I can. And they typically go and take advantage of those opportunities and deplete them before, dumb humans like you and me can go and finger tap it and do it manually. So I've typically stayed away from them. But my mother-in-law had just subscribed to this guy's newsletter. I didn't know him. Lark Davis is his name. And I knew of him. He's an American in New Zealand like me, and he does crypto. And so I was like, oh, this is somebody I need to learn from. And she said, the other day, she said, I just subscribed to his premium newsletter. And then the first artifact she gave me from that was a Telegram thread and said, hey, this is what I found. Can you vet this for me? Look into it. And so I did the research and thought I did enough. And so now I'm going to share with you this 25-minute video where I recorded setting up the arbitrage, going through with it, and then getting stalled. And then after that, I've got one more 5-minute video that shows when I examine what it was that happened and figure out what went wrong. Hello, my name's Kaylin Huntress, and today I'm going to try arbitrage for the first time. I know what arbitrage is. It's where you buy something low on one exchange and sell it high at another exchange. But anytime I've tried to do it in the past, those connection fees really seem to get in the way. There's usually something like, the transaction fee it costs a lot. And so I've never really found anything that really piqued my interest as something where I could potentially make a decent penny off of it. Until this guy, Lark Davis, put together a Telegram, and he shares this arbitrage opportunity, and I've done some research, which I encourage you to do as well. This is not financial advice. This is just me documenting what I'm doing, And he left some instructions here. Now, these instructions can't be followed by someone who has a VPN on or is in the US. Just so you know, if you put on a VPN or you are in the US, this doesn't load. So I'll just load this up right now and then click this link that he has in Telegram and show you. So now I'm on a VPN in New Zealand, and when I click this link right here, it's going to give me an error message. So if you're watching this in the States, or if you have a VPN on, you're going to get this error message. At least right now, this is what I'm getting. That any proxies make this unavailable. And so since I'm in New Zealand, I'm going to disconnect my VPN, and I'm going to click this link. Not my MetaMask wallet, I already have that, but actually that's useful to show. The MetaMask wallet is what we're going to need for this. I'm going to walk through the steps on how to do this, and then we're going to set it together. What we want to do is we want to trade 1 Ethereum for 180 Link. Then we want to send this Ethereum to Binance, where we sell it for 1.35 Ethereum. And then we want to send this Ethereum back to this pool and do it at this ratio. It says that there's an auction progress here. So, but there's only been 22 out of 5,000 Ethereum. So I don't know. This looks very interesting. The price that it's trading for right now is $22. So getting Link at $22 when it's trading on other exchanges, according to CoinMarketCap, it's trading at $30.80. Now, I went ahead and did the research to find out, what's Link, and there's this other LN that I was trying to figure out. Is that the 180? Is that the difference there? And so I did my research, did my due diligence to poke around at all of these things, and I saw, oh, it's only over here. This probably isn't it. So I'm going to close that out. It's actually Chainlink that we're doing, and he's got all the instructions over here. So pause the video if you need to see it. There's this custom token address that you have to add to your MetaMask. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow these instructions. All right. So I've got MetaMask installed up here in my browser, and it's already connected. So I can just say, hey, I've got 0.05 Ethereum in it. All right. And so we need 1.05 Ethereum. And when I look into my wallet over here in Binance, I'm going to go to my fiat and spot wallet. And I know I've got 1 Ethereum right here at the top. I've got some other things too, but this is what I'm most interested in. I want to withdraw this. And I'm going to put it in my MetaMask account. So I'm going to come up here and copy this address, paste it right there, and it's going to go on the Ethereum network. It's going to be more expensive. The Binance Smart Chain fees are much less. It uses it. I don't understand entirely how it works, but when I've tried to do this in the past, it makes a different kind of Ethereum where it's not wrapped Ethereum. This one, it's like a BSC compatible, and that's gotten me into trouble. So for this, I'm not going to try and avoid the gas fees. I'm just going to pay the full gas fees. It's going to cost $28 New Zealand and take 3 minutes. I'm going to select that as my network, and I'm going to do 1 solid Ethereum, and it's going to deduct that. So I'm going to go ahead and add on the gas. 1.005 Ethereum. So I'm going to get 1 Ethereum in my MetaMask wallet. All right, let's withdraw it. Continue. I'm going to have to do all sorts of verification. Boom and boom. I'm going to come off a screen share while I do these verifications. What I'd like to do is to have it set up so that I can go to my second camera and show you what happens on my phone. That's something I got to set up. Phone verification is 6 digits. Email verification. This is really the only one I want to hide because my inbox is messy. Take that 6-digit code. And here I'll come back to desktop to show you. I put the email in. I've already put in the SMS, and now I'm going to put the authenticator. And the authenticator 2FA Boom. Okay, so I submit those, and now I'm withdrawing this ETH over to my MetaMask wallet. So I should be able to see it up here soon. Once this is set up, I want to come over here. I've already connected my wallet. Oh, I wish I was unconnected because then I could show you how that works. You basically just hit this button up in the corner, you select your wallet, and it connects it. And then it says what your balance is. Right there. It's kind of small. Well, if I raise that up, I lose the alignment. Always got to be a web designer. Can't let that go. Okay, so once my 1 ETH gets here, I want to trade it for 180 link because that's what these step-by-step instructions do. I already did this one where I added the custom token to my MetaMask wallet. So in my MetaMask wallet, I did an import token button. And I clicked this, and I copied this custom token. This is kind of dodgy for me. Like I'm worried. This to me is the biggest security hole, is using a custom token, putting this in. I'm getting an error that it's already been added. But I want you to pay attention to this right here. This says anyone can create a token, including creating fake versions of existing tokens. Learn more about scams, and security risks. So you got to be careful with this. And so like I trust this guy. He seems to be legit. And I mean, for opening his first Telegram channel, getting some activity in there, I think it's highly likely that this is probably valuable. So my 1.05 ETH has now arrived. And now I'm going to put in the max amount. Am I going to do max amount? Oh, I have to refresh here because it's still saying my balance is 0.05. Look at that, 1.05. So I'm going to bid 1 ETH, 1.0. I'm going to leave the rest in there for gas. That's what he recommends, is that put in at least 1.05 ETH. That's the minimum swap plus a little more to cover transaction fees. Okay, so now I'm going to go and join the pool. Warning! Bounce is a decentralized platform and smart contract oriented. Your transaction cannot be revoked or canceled once you send. Please acknowledge that you have checked your pool information and you are responsible for your own actions. I acknowledge. So now it's going to request wallet interaction. Over here, estimated gas fee, 0.0167, $67. This is why I've been staying away from any Ethereum stuff lately, is the transactions are just, gas fees are too high. But and so that's one of my big worries, is that 30% going to be eaten up by gas fees going all around the place? Let's measure it. Let's see. Okay, so the total is 1.01. I'm going to confirm. And now we're waiting for the transaction settlement. Do I have any 2FA or anything? I don't think so. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Okay, great. Have fun. All right. What's going on in my MetaMask? I'm waiting here. The contract interaction is pending. I have this option to speed up, which if I did, I could pay higher gas fees to have this go faster. So I've got $40.95 USD pending on this contract. After this happens, what I'm going to do is come over here to Binance and trade my Ethereum for Link. So instead of being in withdraw crypto, I want to come to deposit crypto. Let's get everything set up. I'm going to get my Ethereum deposit on the Ethereum network. I don't want to do anything weird. I might try this again with a Binance Smart Chain wallet, because if it's only doing a transaction from Binance to the wallet, I think that I could do that with the lower fees. I just want to be cautious that I don't get eaten in having this pool not work because I've got the wrong kind of Ethereum. Congratulations, you have successfully bidded and your swapped tokens are automatically sent to your wallet. You can now make more bids. All right, I'll close that up. And now let's take a look at my wallet. I've got some ETH. I've got a contract interaction. Oh, let me look at my assets here. I've got 180 link. So now I need to send this. I had this wrong. The deposit is not going to be in Ethereum. The deposit is going to be in Link, Chain Link. Select my network. Again, I might do these with a different wallet, but let's stick on the Ethereum network right now so that I know, even though I'm paying higher gas fees for 30%, I want to be super sure that this works and eliminate any potential errors. So I'm going to send it from here to here. The asset is Link, the max amount 180, next. Total gas fees 1978. It's going to be 180 Link plus my 0.004 gas fees. It's about $20. That's not bad. It's a lot easier than 60. Just a couple. It was 3 times as much just a minute ago, and that's what I don't get about gas. Is it fluctuates so much. I'm going to go ahead and confirm this. Send this over. And look at my wallet. It's in my fiat and spot account. My chain link right here. While that's getting verified, let me set up my sell. 180 Link and this much Ethereum. Soon I'll just be able to pick 100% right here when my availability goes up. But this still says I have 1 ETH available. That's not right, because I sent that ETH. So I'm going to refresh this page. So I'm really optimistic about this this group. If it gives opportunities like this, man, I might look at doing some margin trade. No, that wouldn't do it. I'm just learning about margin trading too. That looks kind of interesting and dangerous. Okay, chain link has not arrived yet. Let me check my wallet. Send link activity. Transaction created, submitted, and confirmed. I have 0 link. So now let me refresh my wallet here. Where is my link? I don't want to look at it at CoinMarketCap. I want to see the transaction land. I'll go ahead and trade from here just so I get a refreshed version of the page. 0 ETH available, 0 link available. So this is what I've been worried about. Does the link transaction take a long time? Because if it's short enough that it's a few minutes, if the deposit can be verified within a few minutes, then I can just do this arbitrage loop. Hey, what do you need?
I bought all these AAA batteries. I can't find them.
I don't know. I saw one over here. I left it in the plastic specifically. Here we go. There's one.
One is a good start.
I want to get some rechargeables
Okay.
next time we're out. Batteries. We got batteries. Okay, so I sent this link to which deposit address? Did I get that correct? Might have to go back to the tape to see. Chain link on the Ethereum network. That was the address. Let me see if that matches in this activity. This address right here, those match. Yep, so those match. Let me go ahead and save that. Link deposit address. That might come in handy. Might have to save that address. Send only link. Ensure the network is Ethereum. Total gas fee is paid in Ethereum, so I assume that the network is Ethereum. I mean, I'm viewing on Etherscan, right? So that's got to be it. I don't know a lot about this. Digging in to see, like I like this right here, seeing from and to, tokens transferred. Just waiting anxiously for this to arrive. So this might be the weak link in the chain. Okay, so I'm going to look up chain link deposit times. Or transfer. Estimated time 3 minutes with 30 confirmations when it's on that link. But I'm not doing a transaction on it. I'm doing it on the Ethereum network. Boy, this looks like a rabbit hole. Did I lose my Ethereum? That is really the question. And I may have. Well, this was a worthwhile experiment if I did. Took a look at the risks. Wanted to figure out, is this worth it? Is this doable? I did have 180 link in this address. I did send 180 link to my Binance account. It says it's confirmed. So why don't I see it in Binance? All right. I think I'll give this another 5 minutes. And if it doesn't land within the next 5 minutes, I will stop this video and go walk my dog. If your deposit hasn't arrived, if you encounter the following problems, you can go to Deposit Status Query to search for your current deposit status. Do you know the reason why? Don't know. What's the transaction status? It's successful. Enter the tax ID or tax hash. What does that mean? Here's the taxation type. Transaction hash. I'm going to copy that and then paste it right here. Search. Recharge information not recognized. Please confirm your tax ID or tax hash. Click the button to retrieve it once confirmed. Weird. Self-service recovery. This looks interesting. I've never done this before. But I guess deposit receiving address, tax ID hash, receiver's address is here. I think I did this correctly. There's a chance I didn't. Deposit. Link. Select this network. That's the one that I verified. Ensure the network is Ethereum. Okay. Deposit receiving address, deposit amount is 180 link. Okay, so this is something I can do if I don't see it. I'll give it 4 more minutes. At 10:50, if I don't see this, then I will submit the form. Suppose while I'm waiting, going through this would be really smart, and understanding more about this and why, you know what would be smart is understanding why this swap pool even exists. This whole thing is new to me. Like, here's a pool for a swap ratio of 205 to 1. Oh, there goes my camera. I've been doing this for a half hour. Well, if I do anything with this video, this piece will probably be edited out because I'm just talking to myself, waiting to see if this deposit goes through. $180 link from here, that's in my MetaMask wallet, to here. I can look at info and contract and analytics. This is all complicated and interesting. So this is the transaction that happened. The status is success. It's had 16 block confirmations. From here to here. Wait a minute. AF3? Is that right? Whoa. That's different. Interacted with. What is that? Oh, this has got to be the pool contract. That's what this is. That's the pool contract. I see it. I see it. Okay. So that's the pool contract. From this address, interacted with this contract to this address. And that's the one that matches this deposit address here. Those match. And I'm supposed to have deposits here. With link. It's 10:50. I'm going to submit this form. I put in link on the ERC network with the deposit address. That's the one I just copy pasted, right? Yeah, I'll paste it again because that's the one that came off of Etherscan. Deposit amount of 180 and the tax ID hash. Submit. Confirm application information. Please ensure the information you fill in is consistent with your transaction information. Looks good to me. Confirm. Manual review. It's under review and will be completed within 3 business days. Once the review is approved, your funds will be processed. Maybe I should have waited a little longer. Oh well. Well, that's what happens when you try something new, is sometimes you risk losing your shirt. And maybe I did. Maybe I lost an Ethereum in doing this. Or maybe it'll come through and I'll be able to get this wheel cranked. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. Have fun out there. So that's what happened to me this weekend. I've got one more video to share with you about when I broke it down, figured out what I did wrong, and identified where the weak spots were in my vetting process. But first, I want to acknowledge that my friend Jonathan is watching. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. Having ETH stolen from one account and on like this sort of mess happens. It's really like the Wild West out there. And this is the first time I've had anything like this happen. So I see this as worthwhile tuition. I've been earning money so long, it's inevitable that at some point I'm gonna make a mistake. And those mistakes, the costs of those mistakes, I see those as tuition in your education and learning how to do it. So when I looked back over everything, I walked my dog, I had some time to think about it, and I looked through it again. I came up with a few conclusions, and I'll share that with you in this 5-minute video. All right, so it looks like I probably lost 1 Ethereum because this Telegram account is not this guy. I was sent the Telegram link by my mother-in-law, who's on this guy's newsletter list, and I saw up here that he had 15,000 subscribers. But, you know, like I thought, wow, that's a lot of people. This looks legit. But he just started, he created the channel on the 30th of July, just started it today. This is brand new stuff. So what I think the game was is to get somebody to put 1 ETH in this fixed swap for this junk token, and then this junk token is then what I'm left with. I worried for a moment that my mistake was that I didn't try and swap here. And so I said, okay, what is it like if I try and swap here and don't send it? And you can't. I've tried a bunch of variations to try and use the swamp in MetaMask. And if other people are getting that swap and are not able to do it, then what do next? They try and deposit it. So when I tried to deposit it into Binance, it didn't come through. So I put in a ticket with Binance, but I doubt that it's going to fix it up. The big thing that should have been a red flag for me, where is it? I'm bouncing around because I'm looking for this number. The auction progress is 23 Ethereum out of 5,000 Ethereum. If this had worked for me, I would have churned that same Ethereum again and again and again and again. And gotten, like, I might have maxed out that 5,000 Ethereum limit myself if it had been working. And so seeing that the progress is that 23 people have put in 1 Ethereum, and haven't done it again, that should have been a red flag. The fact that it has to be 1 Ethereum minimum should have been a red flag. The fact that what I didn't do is I didn't look to add the actual Chainlink coin. So in these assets, I've got this link, the custom one that I added, and this is where I messed up, was adding this as a custom coin and not looking to see, can I add a coin for Chainlink, the actual Chainlink, the one that I can deposit into Binance? And I added this one, but that's not what the pool is. The pool was going into this junk coin right here, and I have negative 180. Maybe if Binance has a way for me to undo the transaction, then it's possible, but I doubt it, because when you set this up, you get this warning. Your transaction cannot be revoked or canceled once you send. So that was my mistake. I didn't heed that warning. And I see this $4,000 as tuition in getting better at crypto. Every once in a while, if it's the Wild West out there and you try some things that seem too good to be true, some of those are going to be too good to be true. And so that's what happened to me today. Not a big deal. I'll be okay. It was less than 10% of my portfolio, but it's a bite. So I'm going to now go forth with better knowledge and be more skeptical next time. Have fun out there. So after I went through this experience, I went and I did some more research on Lark Davis himself. And he's got a really big YouTube channel. He's got a huge presence in the crypto community. And then when I looked in that often unused community tab on YouTube, that's when I found this. He put it out on there 6 months ago. But it's very clear that he's got people impersonating him, because it's easy to scam people with borrowed reputation. You know, I consider myself a pretty smart guy. I felt like I did the right amount of research and vetting. And, you know, my mother-in-law doesn't know how to do this. She doesn't know how to use a MetaMask wallet and transfer things around and import a custom token, but I do. And so when she got this opportunity, that she needed somebody with a little more wisdom to pull off, she called me and had me vet it. And I looked into it. And I had enough wisdom to be very foolish. Because, let me see if I can do this again. Boom. Because I'm a sophomore in crypto. I have the Greek root of Sophos and the Greek root of more, the wise fool. And so I got myself into trouble here because it was complicated enough. I wanted to dig in and try it. And that was my fault. I should have taken this around to other crypto friends that I trust and say, hey, what is this? Before risking an Ethereum on it, I should have vetted it with people that are smarter than me. So my mother-in-law did this completely right. And in the beginning of this video, on our call, we talked about splitting the risk. And I told her we're not going to do that. I'm just taking on all of the risk because she didn't do anything wrong. She found something complicated and interesting and brought it to somebody who knows more about it and said, what do you think about this? And then I vetted it and said, I think this is good. Let's risk it. Let's go for it. So this was totally my fault. I've lost that Ethereum, but I am much smarter at trading crypto now. So I've paid this year's tuition in crypto college, and I'm going to continue learning things through crypto. And I'll keep sharing these things on my YouTube channel. So if you found this interesting or useful, go ahead and hit that like button. A subscribe would be great so that way you can get these sort of videos in your feed more often. And for now, I'm going to go and walk my dog again and shake this off and come back with more enthusiasm for next time. But I'm going to be more cautious. Have fun out there.